Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Friday Night Stamp Therapy. We had to reschedule our last night regular video because we had some stuff going on with the kids, and you know how that goes, family first. So thank you so much for being patient. I'm so excited to share with you today because we have some brand new products this week from the brand new May, May 2025 to April 2026 annual catalog, and our May online exclusives just came out this week on Tuesday, and we can finally open everything up. And so tonight I'm going to show you all these new products and take a look at a bunch of samples. I think I have 60 samples to share with you if I counted correctly. And maybe we'll play around a little bit and make a couple cards tonight. We'll see. This is so typical for how life is with 4 kids. I had a plan that I was going to have cards ready for you, and my youngest got home from school and said, I think I want to go to this dance tonight. And so then I spent the afternoon scrambling to help her get ready to go. So I'm here and I'm ready to relax and do a little stamping and featuring of new things and showing off some new stuff. So I'm excited that you're here with me. Say hi in the comments. Let me know. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who are mothers out there. I'm not ready, Sharon, to answer your question. Not ready at all. I'm getting ready to leave on Tuesday for the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip to Orlando. We got these really fun little luggage tags in the mail as a little treat to get ready for our trip. And so in addition to Mother's Day and getting ready for our trip, we leave early Tuesday morning. I'm also trying to clean my house to get ready for Mom and Dad to come and stay with the girls while we're gone. And I'm trying to get all the product shares out the door. And so I had to order product. I'll be winding ribbon and cutting cardstock and sorting this weekend, and cleaning and packing and like all the things. It's insane. It's so crazy. So if you have ordered a product share, a little sampling of all the new paper and ribbon, thank you so much. My plan is to get all those in the mail on Monday before we leave on Tuesday. Now, if you didn't sign up and you still want one, check out the link in the video description. I don't know where my paper went to. I won't be able to send them until after Memorial Day at this point because we're going to be gone for a while. But I'm really excited because of those of you who did order both product shares. I have a special little bonus gift for you. This great little pouch. It says, creativity is intelligence having fun. And inside there are 5 back pocket card layouts, special edition for the new annual catalog with card samples to inspire you. Now, I do have an opportunity for you to get these outside of the product share if you didn't get that. And I'm going to include a mystery embellishment from the new catalog. So stay tuned for details. In fact, next week's video, I am going to show you the back pocket card layouts and the cards, and we'll make some cards next week, and tell you all about that. So tune in next Thursday. It's going to be pre-recorded because I'll be in Florida, but I'm going to have details about that. So tonight, we're going to walk through the catalog. We're going to check out some new stuff. I'm going to share some samples. We're going to talk about cloud cover. If you haven't heard about cloud cover yet, maybe we'll play with some new washi tape and die cut it and see what it looks like. What do you guys think? Let's jump in. If you've not seen it yet, you can check out the digital catalog online. If you shop with me, I'm happy to send you one. If you didn't get a catalog, I had a request form for some of you who don't shop with me as often. And so if you didn't get one and you want one and you shop with me, just holler at me, just send me a message, and I'll pop one in the mail before we go. This is such an awesome catalog, and it's good for a whole year, so lots of inspiration inside. And then in addition, at the same time as the annual catalog, we also have May online exclusives that came out at the same time. So we're going to talk about both, and you can shop for all of this stuff in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. So let's open up our catalog and check out what we've got inside. Now, I really love the way that the catalog is organized. They did this last year too, and I just thought it was really great for someone who is brand new to stamping to kind of explore and see what Stampin' Up! Is all about. And so here we have sort of like, you know, just getting started. Like, here are some reasons that people craft, like making a sympathy card or table setting place or wrapping paper and tags or mini scrapbooks. Like, there's so many reasons to craft. And so if you have a friend who is not already stamping with you, then here are a few reasons to invite them to craft with you. Of course, we start with step-by-step crafting, and this is the perfect place for a new stamper to start. But honestly, I love these kits too. So we've got Kids Collection, which includes not only card making kits, but other home decor kits and party kits, like the gift bags and the gift card holders. Well, we have 2 new kits in May. I've got the item numbers in the video description for you. Here's one of them. It is called Share a Smile. This one is so cute. It comes in this with a cute box that you assemble that is perfect for gifting. So you can create these cards to give as a gift or just to have on hand to send out when you need. Like, this is so perfect. I'm gonna give a box of these to Claire when she goes back to school in the fall, because I would love for her to just have these little notes of encouragement to have on hand to send out to friends. Have a great day, you matter, hang in there, you make me smile. So many great elements with the bright colors and some black and white imagery. So super cute, and envelopes that have a little sunshine inside. There are 8 cards total, and they're note card size, which is still perfectly mailable. So I am really just loving how fun this kit is. Now, the other kit you see right here is available right now to order, and I put this together this morning after breakfast. This one was super quick to put together. This is called Beautiful Blues, and you get 3 each of 3 different designs. And this is perfect for like thinking of you or sympathy, like if you know someone who needs a little comfort. These are so beautiful and such perfect cards to make up if you just need something quick. And it seems like the sympathy cards are always the ones where I need them and I don't have them ready. And so I'm excited about this kit because I made up these cards, and I have them ready to go now when I need a little thinking of you or sending sympathy or hugs. So this one's called, I'm sorry, not Shades of Blue, Beautiful Blues. And it has a little stamp set with it too. You're going to get a Night of Navy ink spot, a block, and a stamp set that you can use over and over again that has the leaf, You're in My Thoughts, Wishing You Comfort, and Sending Love. So definitely add this one to your list. It has coordinating envelopes. I always love when they do that. So cute. So, all right, of the 2 kits though, you have to tell me which one, this or that, should do this way, this or that, is your favorite. Are you going to add one of these to your orders? Tell me also, do you like the Kids Collection? I love to, you know, really kind of create fun folds and, you know, use all of my tools and things. But for some things, it's just really nice to have a quick and easy card. You guys are a little split on this. I thought you would be all over the Beautiful Blues, but I'm seeing a few people say this, Jaylene and Jen. I know, both, definitely. So just go ahead and add them both to your next order because you won't be disappointed no matter which one you get. Okay, so in addition to the kits collection, which include card kits, we also have scrapbooking workshop kits. And so all of our scrapbooking products are printed in the catalogs now instead of being digital brochures. So we've got some brand new scrapbook workshop kits that coordinate with different suites in the catalog, like this one, which coordinates with the Bloom Memories in Bloom. What is this? Bloom Impressions, I think, or something like that. We've got the cute little turtles, turtly sweet. I can't say that word without laughing. Then we've got this new one called Weekend Adventures. And this one actually doesn't coordinate with their suite, although there is a stamp set bundle in the online exclusives that I think could really go well with this one, but it's not necessarily meant to. And then Celebrate Together coordinates with the SIPs, the Celebrate SIPs. Cheers and Sips suite in the online exclusives. Now, when you are ready to move past the kits where everything is designed for you, the ephemera packs are such a great way to like mix and match and create your own cards and kind of step into card making. Again, I just love sometimes having these pieces that are popped out and ready to go. So we've got 2 new ephemera packs, the Good Times and Time for Celebration, and then some different card bases. If you like those card bases that are ready to go, cut and scored and everything, these are really fun. So this one is called Embossed Designs. Not sure why I didn't order that, but that's going on my next order. And the stripes, textured stripes. I just need to get them both. And then a touch of gold. I think this actually, no, we had a similar one in the fall catalog, but I don't think this is exactly the same. Okay, and then here are some card ideas using those ephemera packs. In fact, the layouts here show the different layouts that you can do that are pictured on this page. Now, next week, we're going to talk about card layouts, and I'll show you some cards that were inspired and how I altered those templates a little bit. So be sure to tune in next week to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. In addition to the card templates and tag templates, we have scrapbook templates. So if you are kind of starting from scratch with the scrapbooking, then the scrapbook templates are a great way to kind of map out your page. And so we have some memory keeping products next, including this brand new Memories and More card pack. Aren't these colors so fun? Do you recognize this purpley pink? I was like, ooh, rich raspberry. It's actually Berry Burst. Sometimes I forget about Berry Burst. Now this one is sort of loosely like birthday, but very celebratory. The Memories and More cards, of course, have the 3x4 smaller cards, and then they have the larger 4x6 cards, and what a crowning achievement. And so there's just lots of flexibility to create pocket memory keeping. I stamped on some of those. Pocket memory keeping, or traditional scrapbook pages or cards. In fact, when we were on stage, we received this package and a stamp set, the Layered Thoughts stamp set, and we made some cards with the Memories and More cards and envelopes. And we actually had designs to make scrapbook pages too, but I didn't end up making those. I think those were like lunch projects and I got distracted visiting. So those are some fun new Memories and More cards that are available to you. Also new journaling pens, which are kind of fun. I got to check that one out. And then, oh, inks. So we need to talk a little bit about cloud cover ink. Have you guys heard about this? So our new in colors, which I've talked about a little in another video, and Mom and I are actually going to feature the in colors this coming week in our Sunday stamping video. So be sure to check it out, and I'll talk about in colors a little bit more. But I wanted to talk to you about cloud cover because we have an in color that does not have a full-size ink pad available. So these are the brand new in colors, 2026. 5 to 2027, Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Cloud Cover, and Secret Sea. Is hard to read with the black ink, Secret Sea. So we normally have ink pads for all of the 5 in colors, and we normally have markers for all the in colors. We still do. And we have ribbon, and we have embellishments, which are really pretty. Where are the embellishments? We've got all kinds of things, except the cloud cover ink pad. So what happened is the cloud cover ink was having some issues with the firm foam ink pad type. So we have these ink pads. This is Coastal Cabana, and it has like a squishy foam pad. We call them firm foam. Previously, many years ago, Stampin' Up! Ink pads were felt. Can you see the difference here? The felt pad has sort of a linen look to it, and with photopolymer stamps, the linen ink pads or the that sort of felt pad can leave marks. Like the texture of the ink pad can transfer to the photopolymer stamp when you stamp. And so we've got the firm foam pads, which stamp beautifully, but we're sort of having a little bit of a chemical reaction with the cloud cover ink and the firm foam pad. So there's something on a chemical level that is not doing well, and what happens is the color is changing over time. So instead of being this beautiful blue, it's like gray. That's not good. So Stampin' Up has decided to not do a cloud cover firm foam pad. It will not be available in the cloud cover option. But you can still get a cloud cover reinker and still have a cloud cover ink pad. So just like a Stampin' Spot with the felt pad, we have the option to have a cloud cover ink spot. And there are two ways you can get a cloud cover ink spot. The first one is right here in the Stampin' Spot Small Assortment number 1. It includes cloud cover as well as Real Red, Petal Pink, Garden Green, Early Espresso, and the assortment number 2, which is this one. Even though I ordered that one, I received this one, which includes Melon Mambo, Fresh Freesia, Darling Duckling, which is a new in color, Basic Gray, and Gray Apple Green. Another option for you is to get a set of uninked Stampin' Spots, which is what I chose to do. So you can get uninked Stampin' Spots and create your own ink pads. So if you don't have a lot of room and you like the smaller ink spots, then this might be a good option for you. Now, if you have several stamping friends, you could split a package. I think it is $10 for 5 uninked Stampin' Spots, which works out to be $2 a piece. And you can get yourself some re-inker of cloud cover, and you can ink up your own cloud cover ink spot. Now, this is my first time doing this. And how much ink does it need? That's a great question. I think that it just depends how much you want to put on there. So you can put some on there and you can stamp with it, and then it might dry out quickly and you can just add some more the next time, or you can just really ink it up and make it super juicy right from the beginning. So you have the option to purchase a pre-inked cloud cover Stampin' Spot, or you have the option to make your own, as I'm doing, or you can just use the Stampin' Right marker and you can put that on a regular, like you can put that on a stamp. So cloud cover ink spot. Now I need like a little square of cloud cover cardstock to put on here, and I'll know that this is my cloud cover ink spot. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, and you probably want to see it. I do too. Let's get a stamp out. Here's a stamp, and this one is so pretty. I'll talk about this one in just a second. This is a 2-step stamp, so let's stamp it in 2 colors. Let's use our new cloud cover, and then we could stamp the detail maybe in Secret Sea. So with the Stampin' Spot, you can stamp it like this. You can still stamp it the traditional way. Now mine's a super juicy. And so I see that it's pooling up here. If you put less ink on your Stampin' Spot, you'll probably be good. I also find that the ink will pool less on rubber stamps, but we're still getting the point. That's a beautiful color. And we'll add our detail here. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So I'm excited to play with cloud cover. Now I've got my little Stampin' Spot, and I can stamp with cloud cover and make some pretty cards. So this weekend, when you see our Sunday stamping video, then you'll see me using cloud cover in action. That's exciting. All right. Shell says, oh no, she's answering. Good question, Julie. I actually asked the same thing. With the white craft ink pad work? Because the white ink pad comes uninked, and I still have an old one, which is a felt pad. Not white. Where's the white? But I had mom check because she has a newer ink pad and it is a firm foam pad. So yeah, unfortunately there is not a large felt, pad that Stampin' Up sells that you could use to re-ink. Great question. Great answer. Thank you, Shell, for jumping in there. Okay, so this is still going to work though, even on big stamps. Okay, so that's the deal with cloud cover. Now you know, and so the assortment of in-color ink pads is not available and won't be because there is no cloud cover full-size ink pad. So you can still get the other ink pads individually. The bundle of ink pads will not be available because it's missing the cloud cover. So they're just not going to have a bundle of the in colors at all. All right, let's move right along. We have a fun new circle punch. It's 1 7/8 inch, except it's not available yet. That's the one thing in the catalog that is not quite in stock. And so if you are really dying to have that 1 7/8 inch punch, you're going to have to hold off just a little longer. But you can get the other circles, and I have to say 1 7/8 inch isn't that far off from 2 inches. Let's take a look at 2 inches. Now, the catalog stamps, typically, like this one, is 100%. So if we take that 2 inch circle punch, you'll see like you're going to get a little bit of a white circle around the larger images, which like I don't mind. That's not too bad. And some of these other ones might actually fit better in the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So I could argue, although I don't want to talk you out of buying anything, but I could argue that you don't necessarily need 1 7/8 inch, that you could do just fine with 1 3/4 and with 2 inches. But anyway, the 1 7/8 inch is not currently available, but will be soon. I think it was like late May, was the date on that. Now, the catalog, moving forward, all the catalogs really are featuring new product. And so the prominently featured things are the things that are brand new. But we do have some images of returning things like my stamp set with you in mind. I'm so excited to see it pictured here in the catalog. And that means it's going to be available for at least a whole nother year. This is kind of fun. Some like a little bingo card here. What does it say? How many of these things do you have in your bag or in your crafting stash? Give yourself a point for each item you have. See something you don't have but really want it? Browse the catalog to find crafting must-haves. So we should play bingo sometime. And we can see how many of those things we have. Creativity Your Way is where we're seeing all the sweets. Now these are all the products like the kind of DIY, make your own, you know, cards and do your own thing. So these are not the pre-cut pieces. So we've got designer paper with coordinating stamps and dies and embellishments and all the things. We talk about avid crafters a lot. That's all of us who have giant collections of stuff and who want to do all the things all the ways. So our first suite is called Florals in Bloom. And Mom and I just featured this one last week for Sunday stamping. And so I don't want to dwell on it too much, but we've got 2 stamp sets here. The Pretty Florals, which I just showed you, little 2-step stamp, and then also the Sweet Blooms. That's got all the words and the die cut, the detailed die cut bloom and lovely as well. So let me show you the designer paper and some card samples. This gorgeous paper is 12 by 12 and it features a lot of the in colors, including where's my cheat sheet? Right up here. It includes Secret Sea, a Strawberry Slash, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Summer Splash, Petunia Pop. We also have some Highland Heather in there, some Bubble Bath, some Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, I think a little bit in there too. Some Pretty in Pink. There's a lot of different colors in here. Petal Pink. Really pretty. Now some of these flowers do die cut with the dies, and I think I showed that one in a card during Sunday stamping. So if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out with the 2-step stamps. I love the way that coordinates. And then I love this image too with that cloud cover. So super kind of fun. I'm loving this. And I probably shared a lot of these cards already, but I'll share them again for you. I actually got some more swaps in the mail, so I think there's some new ones. So here's one from the Peoria Shoebox Swap. And then this one came in the mail from Barb Mulliken. Such a fun color combination here with the cloud cover, peach pie, timid tiger, and the dark blue secret sea. This one's from Kay Cogbill. Same kind of colors there. Love the detailed dies on this one from Cynthia Oliver. Isn't that pretty? I love all those detailed die cuts. So this is Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink, Timid Tiger, Granny Apple, and some fresh freesia. This was one that Mom made for our on-stage shoebox swap. And I think I shared this one before with this new die that makes all the words. I also did a little in color collection featuring a new embossing folder, all those new in colors, and the Sweet Blooms stamp sets. Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling. This one I stamped off on Boho Blue, so I'm excited to actually redo that now with my cloud cover ink. And Secret Sea stamped off. And one last project. Did I show you guys this one? I can't remember if I showed you on Sunday, but I did this little frame. Isn't it cute? I'm gonna wrap it up and give it to Mom for Mother's Day. I'm so excited to share that with her. I cut extra pieces, so I've got one for me and one for her, and she can have it up in her stamp room, and I'll have it up in mine. This uses some of that gorgeous Florals and Bloom designer paper and the stamp here from the Sweet Blooms and Let Joy Bloom. Oh, that was so fun. Okay, let's move along to our next bundle. We're just gonna kind of walk through the catalog tonight and talk about different things, and some of the newer things that I just got, maybe we'll break out and play with. How about the Turtley Cute? Now, I am like in love with this suite, but I'm getting the vibe that a lot of you are not enjoying the turtles. Tell me, what do you think? Totally Awesome has a coordinating stamp set with line art images, a embossing folder that coordinates. It is called Turtle Textures, and then the dies that coordinate with the stamp set. And I think I showed this in another, maybe the original unboxing video that I did after on stage. The dies die cut the arms of these two turtles, so you can kind of tuck different things under their arms, and I thought that was just really clever. So you can have like the balloon or the cake or an ice cream cone or flower, the microphone. This guy totally looks like he's jamming, doesn't it? Doesn't he? Oh, yay! I'm so glad to see some of you like the turtles, but I do see some of you are not such a fan. Well, the Turtley Cute suite, of course, has some designer paper. It's a 12 by 12 paper, and one side has turtles. This one has little scenes, and you can see them really well here where they used different cutout turtles to make different scenes. So this one has scenes, and then the other ones all have different like themed turtles, like the outside turtles and the summer turtles and the spring turtles doing different things. And so most of these images you can fussy cut. Some of them can be die cut, like this one can be die cut, and this one too can be die cut, and it will have that little arm cut out like I was showing you. And then we've got all these great patterns on the other side. So if you don't like the turtles, you'll have lots of options with the other side to create cards. The turtles has some little hexagon gems and different greens, and then this two-sided ribbon, shaded spruce and soft seafoam. And I love that it is kind of two-sided. So when you tie it, you can kind of turn it around so you got the, you know, both sides showing, or you could go the other way and have that soft seafoam. Really, really pretty ribbon. Deborah, I get it. She says not into cartoons. And we seem to have cutesy paper like that that is more whimsical and cartoony a little bit. Let me show you some samples. See what you think here. This is the one I shared on Sunday Stamping. We did the Arched Wishes, and I made this little pop-up card. If you haven't seen this one yet, be sure to check out that Sunday Stamping video. It's really not that hard to make this card, but it's just so much fun to have like a fun little pop-up element. I know, so cute. And I just cut this guy out from the designer paper. The stamps on the front are all from the Arched Wishes stamp set. And then I used some pieces from the designer paper. I used that embossing folder to create this card. Here's another one with the band members. We had a band concert this week. Another, so much going on. Just another thing happening. This one's so cute. I used a little bit of that embossing folder there. And then I also used the embossing folder on this card and used it on the frame. Do you recognize this layout? This was the other sample that I did for the April project kit. Where is the black and white cards, and I did here. So here was the April card, and this was the bonus sample in the back pocket card layout. And it's just the same layout with different images. And then we've got this swap card from Celine Kempton. I love this layout. So cute with the strips of paper. This one has a little wobbler on it from Barb Hopper Price. Love those little wobblers. It's okay to take it slow. And then this card was one that we made. There's actually one, oh, here it is. One more card that we made during on stage. We got to do a bonus class called After Hours, and I got this bundle in my After Hours class packet, and I created these two cards, which Stampin' Up! Had the layouts for us to follow along. I love the way those turned out. We did a little coloring with some blender pen. Are the hexagons flat? That's a great question. They are not as flat as sequins, but they are kind of, I don't know. I would not call them flat. I think that they do have a little profile to them that makes them a bit non-machinable. But they're not really bumpy, but they're not flat. They look like they could be flat. They look like, you know, like low profile, but I would not call them low profile. I would not call them flat. I hope that's helpful, Joe. Okay, so that's the turtles. Turtly cute. Oh, it's so turtly cute. Now, if you don't like the turtles, then maybe this next suite is more your vibe. This is the beautiful gallery suite, and I have to say, it's not so much my vibe. I love the turtles, but it is gorgeous. It is such a gorgeous suite here. So this is a mega suite with two different bundles, the beautiful motifs and the gallery blooms, and then we have this 6x6 designer paper. And I could not find my pressed flower motifs. That's these embellishments, but I want to give you a warning. I need to warn you that these are really heavy. And so I found that in transit from the Stampin' Up! Warehouse to my house, I ordered several packages and during the pre-order, and they almost all were destroyed. Like, because they were so heavy, they rubbed up against something in the package, and all of them like got shoved off their glue dots and were just rattling around in the package. And I think it's just that they're so heavy because the box that they came in was perfectly packed. It didn't have too much room. Like, I honestly don't know what caused them to be so dislodged inside their packaging. But if I were advising you, I would say just skip the pressed flower motif. I just don't think that I just don't think it's a good one. Like, I honestly don't say that lightly. Like, I'm not ever going to tell you not to buy something. If you really want it, try it. But like, I just don't think it's, I don't think it's good. I think that there's a good option. I'm pretty sure this one is still current. This is called adhesive back texture dots. And these are just a lot lighter. But they're very similar in the size and the coloring. And so I would suggest substituting these to go with this suite instead of the pressed flower motifs. So not that one, get this one instead. Adhesive backed texture dots, 163338. I'm pretty sure this one's still good. Okay, so let's take a look at this paper. This is a 6x6 paper. So that means you're getting 12 different patterns, and you'll get 4 of each sheet in your package. So you'll have, you know, several opportunities to cut and use them. Don't hoard paper, okay? You have to use them. This one is my favorite. I love this with mossy meadow and some like almost like a sage color. Just really beautiful. I'm not sure which way that goes, whichever way you want it to go. They're all double-sided too. So I find it to be such an eclectic kind of paper, because we have some of these like painted scenes, and then we have maps, and then we have like, you know, paint. Look at this one. That's another favorite. I love those colors. Secret Sea, cloud cover, almost like a wallpaper kind of pattern to it. This one is almost like oriental painting or drawing. Another one that looks like it's hand painted. Then this one almost like drawn, like that looks, that one's definitely like almost like a charcoal drawing. Then you've got this one, which is like a botanical print. So it's just so different. Are the gold ones like that the same? Shell, we're going to get to those. And I just received them today. And so we'll have a good look at them. But they're a lot flatter. And I think they're going to be really good. But we'll get to those when we get to that suite. Anyway, so tell me what you think about this one. Yes, reminds me of Monet, Sharon says. So we've got the drawings, and we've got the painting, and we've got like the sketches, and then the wallpaper patterns. It's just really interesting, I think. And I've seen some beautiful cards. Some of these patterns are like, I don't want to cut it up because it's so gorgeous. And so in that case, just put it in a frame and use it as home decor. I mean, you know, I actually have in my bathroom down here in the powder room, I have a little gold frame. It's like this big. And I actually have a piece of designer paper from the Flowers for All Seasons a few years ago that I put in there. So I might substitute one of these patterns and put it in the frame. Also part of this suite, we have an embossing folder. And this is called the Damask Designs. So it has that... that fun damask pattern. We also have some basic beige ribbon. You guys, I wish I could tell you how soft this is. It just says basic beige 3/8 inch classic ribbon. But it is really, really soft. It's like the perfect width. I love this width. Actually, I was gonna see, it's different. I haven't even opened the new in color ribbon to see what texture that is. I thought maybe they were like the same texture, but the new in color ribbon is more almost like ribbed. That's interesting. What is this one called? Faux linen ribbon. This one, the in color ribbon is very stiff. I wish that the in color ribbon, that's interesting. I wish that it was this one. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. So this one's basic beige, and it is neutral enough that if you wanted to, you could probably color it and dye it if you wanted it to be a different color. And then this one is the in color ribbon, and that comes in all of the new in colors. It's a faux linen ribbon. It is, like I said, a bit stiff, but I'm sure we'll play around with that, and I'll show you something on Sunday with the in color ribbon. So tune in again for that. Now our bundles here. There's 2 bundles, and we have the beautiful motifs, which has coordinating dies. And these are kind of fun because they, like, 2 of them die cut all the way, as you can see here. And then the other ones just kind of like don't cut fully. Like, you can cut them if you want to. I wish I had a sample. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, maybe we should just cut one real quick and I'll show you what I mean. How about that? Okay, so these 2 die cut completely, and it's these 3 that don't. I actually saw somebody use this as like a photo corner because it didn't die cut completely. That was really cool. I will die cut that one too so you can see them both. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I went off camera with the die cutting. Here are the results. So you can see it die cuts like a lot of the leaves, but it's still part of the whole paper. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your scissors and you could, you know, cut the rest of the places to cut it out. But it's sort of fun that it has, you know, this like, I don't know what you would call that. Almost engraved. And then here, parts of it kind of that are still connected fold up. So you could tuck something like a photo underneath part of that and use that on a scrapbook. It's kind of fun. So this is the beautiful motifs. And that is the one that has the words. So the words, and then we get these fancy dies to go with the words. And then the other one is called Gallery Blooms. Stick that in there. I think Mom and I are doing this suite in 2 weeks for Sunday stamping. I need to I need to film early because I'll be away. The other one is Gallery Blooms, and so this one has the images, so all the different flowers, and then the dies die cut the flowers, and then there's also dies that die cut frames. So there are 2, oh no, that's interesting, 1 die, and it die cuts 2 different size frames. So you can see here, there's a large frame, a small frame, and then the inside of both frames. Janice is saying, do like the fern die as well. Somewhere I had the fern die. It just die cuts completely. This one. So it just it cuts the whole thing out just like you see here. So it doesn't do only these 3 have that kind of partial pop-up design. Okay, so we saw the paper, we saw the embossing folder. Let's take a look at some samples. This one is from Shar Cooper. She used the new Peaceful View large background stamp. I'll show you where that's at when we get to that part in the catalog. She stamped it right on top of one of the designer paper pieces from Beautiful Gallery, and it just makes such an amazing background. I love that. Oh my gosh, check out this beauty from Margot Richardson. This was another on-stage swap. And she used some of those detailed dies back there and the textured note dies for the rectangles. Isn't that paper just gorgeous? This one is a swap card from Gwen Duckworth. Again, really beautiful with that designer paper. Little embossing folder down there. That's part of the Cheers and Sips suite. Here's one from Chris Anderson. This card was inspired by the front of the catalog. She used the embossing folder in Lost Lagoon and then a little bit of the designer paper at the top. Oh my gosh, I love this one from Natalie Travis. Isn't this gorgeous? Cloud cover, Secret Sea, some textured notes there, the damask embossing folder, and she just took some Wink of Stella and just sort of colored in and blended the ink to get that cloud cover kind of color. So beautiful. This one's my favorite card, and it's so simple. Here's one. I actually copied this from the catalog too, but I use a little stamp here from the Gallery Blooms. I'll show you, I'll leave this one out and I'll show you where I copied it from. And then I've got this card from Joan Loomis. Oh my gosh, look at this. She did a little, what? Oh, that's really cool. It's sort of this pop-up panel card. So it looks like it's going to be a Z fold, but then that whole thing makes like a little M and that pop-up in the center. So she's got some die cut and stamped elements here, the damask embossing folder, some of that designer paper with the frame. And then on the back, we have a little stamped spot to write a message. Wowzers. So amazing. Definitely, I'm going to have to case this one. That is amazing. Another clean and simple. I love this one. I actually made this one. It was designed by Lisa Lang, and this was one of the Peoria shoebox swaps that I created. And he uses the Blooming Phrases stamp set from the online exclusives, and then the beautiful gallery designer paper. And then lastly, this one comes from Marita Booker, and I thought it was really interesting because I feel a little stumped on how to use the scribble stamp. Like, this seems like such an odd image to go with this whole suite, but I really think this turned out nicely. I like what Marita did here. Pretty peacock, some berry burst, and then like a fresh freesia bubble bath kind of situation there. Here you can see, let me open this up. She's got the those embellishments that I was telling you about, and I don't know what it is. They're just a little bit heavy, a little bit bulky. Here is, let me compare it. I don't know where my package went. I had one that was decent. So here is how they compare with the textured ones. Size-wise, they're kind of in between the two sizes, but color-wise, they're exactly the same. They're a little bulkier. These are flatter and lighter, and these are a bit thicker and heavier. So just to give you that comparison. Okay. I think that's it for the beautiful gallery suite. So pretty. I really think this one is going to be super popular, and based on your feedback as well, I think you are loving this designer paper. Shell says she's seen some people use the partial pop-up and just use their snips to complete the parts that didn't cut through. Yeah. Oh, Deborah, I agree with you. I think some of the patterns are a little wallpapery. Indeed. But some of these are so gorgeous. Like, I see a card like this and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I need it. And these two papers, like I said, my favorites. I think they are so gorgeous. It's upside down. So beautiful. Okay, let's move along. Oh, here you see those partial pop-ups. These are such good details. I think the frame dies. I wasn't going to get them, and then I actually did turn around and order them. I think I think the frame dies are going to be fun. All right, here we go. The Kintsugi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Inspirations. This is a new sweet collection. I'm going to switch my boxes here. Here we go. This designer paper is got gold foil. It's a 12 by 12 paper, and so it has the gold foil on there. So beautiful. I have to say, like, the scale of some of these designs are a little bit bigger than I was expecting them to be. That one might be my favorite. Some of the colors in this suite, we've got Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Old Olive, Cloud Cover, Basic Beige, and Gold. And some of these images here, I think all of these on this page will coordinate and cut out with the dies. So the vase and the bowl or the cup there and the flower can all be die cut from this paper. Look at those patterns. So pretty. This one especially, see what I mean? I just feel like the scale of it is really large. Now this one has some really beautiful sentiments in it. It's called Inspiring Imperfections. And with the little crack stamps, I think are just really such beautiful words. There is beauty in your history. I know you'll get through this and be stronger for it. I'm here for you. You inspire me. Thanks for helping me through this difficult time. I think those are such great words. So we've got images here that can be cracks, like if you want to put the cracks in the vase or in the bowl, but they're also designed so that they could be branches. And so I wonder, should we stamp one real quick? Let's stamp some, let's see what this looks like. Play around. I'm feeling like we're gonna run out of time for full cards, so we're just gonna do some showing, some sampling with things. The dies have a detailed flower die cut as well as detailed cracks or stems. Here's a card that I created. I actually received this bundle as a gift from Shannon West when I demonstrated at the Peoria event. And so I made this card with the beautiful gallery designer paper because I didn't have this new paper yet. But I used the detailed die cut there. It's also got this really great label die cut that's part of it. So let's take a quick look. I'm going to get out some gray granite and some Calypso coral. We'll get out another piece here. So you can do this as like as a branch, and then you can add flowers so that they're like, oops, that was upside down. That's not a very good example. Let's see here. That's I really think it's kind of beautiful. So let me show you a finished sample in the catalog that does a much better job. Like here you have the flowers kind of stamped and on the die cut stem, and here they are stamped on the white cardstock to come out of the vase. I think it's really beautiful. Oh, Regine Ann, I'm so happy to hear that I give you a little new perspective on things. All right, we were asking about the embellishments. Oh, there's two more parts of this suite. One of them is the embossing folder. This one's called Join Together, and it has kind of that like fractured pottery pieced together. And so I should have tried to emboss this ahead of time. I'm sorry, I just ran out of time, but there's different patterns. So you have like the flowers and the branches, and then this is more like diamonds and kind of the broken pieces, leaves, and so it's kind of an interesting embossing folder to have in the background. I think are really pretty. So this one's called Join Together, and then the embellishments in this suite are called flower accents, and these are very, very lightweight, and they're very gold though. We were talking about the other ones. So here again is the adhesive back texture dots, and so these are very, very shiny gold, and these are more of that like rustic kind of color. So if you're looking for something that coordinates with the shiny gold foil, this is a really nice option, and it stayed in the package really well. It's very flat, very low profile, even though it does have some texture on it. It's a very low profile dot, and I think it adds a really elegant touch to your projects. It's also a pretty small package. Very lightweight. Those are called flower accents. And I said that with the biggest Midwest accent. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is one that I haven't had a chance to play with a whole lot yet. So stay tuned for more. But I think it's really beautiful, and I think it has some amazing possibilities. I'm excited to see what we create with that. I'm also really inspired by the catalog samples, and so I know that I'm going to be casing a lot of these. They just really inspire me with the colors and the different techniques that they're doing with the gold. Oh, here we go. I wish they had a little pronunciation key. What's Kintsugi? It's a traditional Japanese technique of repairing broken pottery with gold lacquer. The mended gold veins become a celebration of imperfection instead of hiding it. I love that philosophy too. The tornado one needed a die. What did I miss? Tornado one needed a die. Marguerite, I'm not sure. Margie, not sure which one you're talking about. The tornado. Is that what you're talking about? The scribble stamp? I just find it to be such an odd stamp. It just doesn't match like the vibe of the, of anything. And that's sweet. Tornado. That's funny. Okay. Next up, I have another brand new suite called Boho Vibes. And I had hoped to prepare a card to show you with this one, but I just ran out of time. I thought this one was kind of fun. I'll definitely be casing it. So this suite includes the Sunshine Vibes stamp set, which has a lot of sun in it. And then this great big leaf and some really great sentiments and other little images. And then the dies are so cool because they make rainbow with different shapes and textures, and so you can kind of see those different dies all put together here. So you can build an eclectic rainbow full of texture and movement with a combination of dies and colored cardstock. So I have to say I'm a little disappointed that the stamp doesn't have any of the rainbow images. So if you are really vibing the rainbow part of the Boho Vibes, you're probably good to just get the dies. But the combination, of course, is great. You save 10% when you get the stamp set and the dies together. So I'll be making a card. In fact, I made one already at the Peoria Shoebox Swap. Someone there got this bundle early, so I got to play around. This card has Really Rust, Daffodil Delight, and Cloud Cover. A little secret C in the background there. So here's just one example of what you can do with this suite. These colors coordinate with the designer paper. This designer paper is 6 by 6. You're going to get 6 of each sheet, and there are 8 8 different patterns. So we've got some kind of rainbow arches going on. The colors here: Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Mossy Meadow, Cajun Craze. Did I say really rust earlier? I guess I did because Christine's calling me out. Cajun Craze. Really rust was a similar color way back in the day. That's funny. And Petal Pink. I really like Petal Pink and Cajun Craze together. Like I don't think I normally put those colors together, but they're kind of pretty. Like they really sort of are in the same kind of tone, the same little color story there. So these are not your traditional like bright and vibrant rainbows. This very much is more of that boho kind of feel to it. Tell me what you guys think about this one. I am interesting. Oh, Sharon says a very Southwest vibe. I think the colors maybe have that feel to it. But tell me what you think about boho. So we've got the Sunshine Vibes bundle, the designer paper, and then there is some dots. Now these are not low profile. These are bumpy. These are very bumpy. They're pretty. I like the colors, but they are literally a half a sphere. Maybe more than a half a sphere. They seem really, really round. I don't know how well you can see on camera, but the colors that are included here: Petal Pink, Daffodil, Cloud Cover, and Mossy Meadow. Okay, so those are all the suites that we have in the annual catalog. There's a couple more suites in the online exclusives, but before we get to the online exclusives, I want to just talk some more about things in the catalog. So we have the memory that let me scoot back here and talk about. It's kind of funny that they split them up, but back here when we have our kits, we have our workshop kits, our scrapbooking workshop kits, which have like all the elements with the pre-designed pages so you can put things together. And then we show similar product here. And this is just the designer paper and a stamp set that's more scrapbooking focused that goes with it. And then the sticker sheet. So if you don't want to get the whole workshop kit with the pre-designed pages, you can get the designer paper with the sticker sheet. You can also get the designer paper without the sticker sheet, just so you know. Like, for example, there's a new designer paper that isn't part of a regular card making suite right here called Weekend Adventures. And I thought you could only get it with the sticker sheet because that's what it says in the catalog. However, when you go online, you do have the option to get the paper only and not the sticker sheet. I wish I knew that when I ordered for our product share. So the product share does include this designer paper, not the stickers, but this designer paper. And if you like the paper, you can get it on its own for card making or for scrapbooking or memory keeping or whatever. So we've got some albums in here, which are new. There's a D-ring and the post album, the flip flaps. These are not new, but I just got some recently and I can't wait to play with those. Stay tuned if you don't know what a flip flap is. If you love the two-tone cardstock, we have it now in all of our core colors, which is super exciting. So you can get those colors in 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. Individual colors, so that's in there. We've got this brand new gigantic letter die set. There's also a new banner die set, which is really fun. These are showing you some techniques with the two-tone cardstock. Then we get into our bundles. So we've got a few new bundles that are stamp sets and dies together, or the stamp set and the punch. I actually didn't get a lot of these yet, except I did get this one, and this is interesting because we have washi tape coming back. Do you guys have washi tape? We've had washi tape in the past before, and never though washi tape that coordinated with a die. And so I wanted to check this out and use it with you tonight so we could see what this looks like. I was hoping for a whole card, but I think we'll just play around and die cut it and make a card another time. So this washi tape is approximately 3 1/8 inch wide, and the roll is that's interesting. Did it say on here? I'm trying to figure out like how long the roll is. I'm not sure how long the roll is. Like how many yards of washi tape that is. So the washi tape, if you're not familiar with it, is like a very thin, sticky paper. Usually it comes in skinny rolls. This is the fattest roll of washi tape I've ever seen. And I think that there are several different colors. So like it cycles through like more the blues and the purples, and then we have pinks and yellows. And so yeah, we have two different kind of color combinations. And you can kind of see here the each section. I feel like this would be tricky to deal with because it is sticky. So the section itself where the pattern repeats is like 3 1/8 by 5 1/2 inches. And so you can die cut with the coordinating die. I think that it would be easier and like easier to use and easier to see if you put the washi tape on cardstock first. I also saw someone though put it on a window sheet, and then die cut it that way so that it was clear underneath. And this die is part of the Extraordinary Flora bundle. And I'm just going to take that piece of tape right off. Okay. So we have the die that matches the stamp that matches the washi tape. So you could, if you wanted to, stamp the detail die over the washi tape and then die cut them both. Now I really love the watercolor look, so I'm not going to stamp it over right now, but this means that you can use the stamp and you can die cut the stamp, or you can use the die to die cut the washi. Let's do that. I'm going to run it through really quick, see what it looks like. Thank you so much, Tony, for looking that up. The washi tape includes 10 yards. I figured that information would be somewhere. Sometimes it's not always printed in the catalog. Let's send this through. I love that it's like all colored for me. So these beautiful pieces are ready to go and put on a card. And I'm definitely going to have to make a card with these later. We have so much more to show you, so I can't do it right now. I need to keep moving forward. What do you think? Isn't it gorgeous? Now, can you die cut the washi without putting it on cardstock? And the answer would be yes, except then you have to peel it off of your die cutting plate. So, for example, if we wanted to put it on our little mini machine, fits on the plate and you can die cut it. But now you gotta peel it up and then stick it on your card. And so you'd still be able to, you know, to see it on the card, and you could layer them together. So you can do it either way. You can die cut it with the paper, or you can die cut it just with the washi tape and layer your pieces together, but then you have it stuck to your plate. And if you're not using them all right away, then I don't know how you store your sticky die cut washies. So I think that I will use it on the cardstock because then they are flat and they are easy to use. But if you like the look of the washi and the way that layers together, then you can just die cut that washi directly like that. Cool, cool, cool. And if you don't want the washi, you can still stamp the image, color your own, and die cut them all at once. So I think it's fun. And like over here, they've made a card where they have stamped like in black and die cut them. And I kind of love that combination of the black and then the colored washi tape ones too. The stamp set includes a few words for the extraordinary couple, congratulations and with love, and then the little design lines, and then just the single stamp that die cuts, or the single, this is one stamp, yes, and the one die that die cuts and coordinates with the single stamp. So that's the extraordinary Flora bundle and the coordinating washi tape. Kind of fun. I'm excited about that. Something new, something different. Here are those dies I was telling you about. The banner dies include 20 dies, and the largest one is 7 inches by 5 3/8 inches. So you can create a banner like that in the background. You can use them for scrapbooking. You can use them for card making, gift bags, all kinds of things. And then the dies, the letter dies, the party alphabet dies, the largest die is 2 15/16. That's almost 3 inches by 1 11/16. So that's like 1 3/4 ish. So they're pretty good size. They're very big. You can see on this card, have a fun day. That fun takes up the whole card. I think super fun for making the banners. Super fun for scrapbooking pages, all kinds of things. So look at those gift boxes. So fun. So these are on my list, but I haven't ordered them just yet. So we'll get there, I'm sure. We've got some brand new standalone stamp sets. I want to point these out, even though I haven't ordered them yet. I thought they were kind of interesting. We've got 2 new background stamps, and these are called building blocks. These are buildable stamps that make unique backgrounds and frames and focal points depending on how you place them on the clear block. So for example, you can see right here, this one called Most Wonderful includes a separate stamp for the top and the bottom and the wreath and the words. And so you can put them together in different ways in the block. You can use just the words or just the wreath or just the top and the bottom borders, or you can put them all together. Same thing here with the striped and dots. This is actually 4 different stamps, as you see right here. So you can mix and match. You could just use one of them as a little border stamp. You could put them all on the card and create a background. You can rearrange them how you want them. So I wanted to point this out because this concept, these building block stamps, is brand new. We haven't seen this before, and it's kind of fun and exciting, a different twist on background stamps. So I just wanted to show you how special those were, because I don't think it necessarily jumps out. I know when I first looked at it, I just skimmed right past the page. So kind of a cool, different take on these background stamps. All right, some more standalone stamps. Here's that gorgeous Peaceful View stamp. Now, this is a traditional gigantic background stamp. It is so big. It is 4 13/16 by 6 inches. And I have 2 swap cards made with this one. Kelly Atchison created this one with the little blended background and the clouds. Look at that. So gorgeous. Cloud cover and Secret Sea. And then this one is from Mary Ellen Stites, and she did some blending to create like a rainbow kind of sunset back there. Isn't that gorgeous? And then stamped in black. Here is that idea similar to the one that Shar did on her card, stamping on that beautiful gallery designer paper. What do you guys think about Peaceful View? Is this one that you are thinking about getting? I don't typically get these gigantic background stamps because I find they can be so awkward. But gosh, these cards are so beautiful. I don't think that I am going to be able to resist this one. Oh, I love that idea. Cheryl says to use the banner dies to create a mini album. That is clever. We have some more returning faves that have coordinating dies and punches. And these were previously available as a bundle where you save 10%. But in the new catalog, they're just showing the coordinating stamps and dies that are available, but the bundle discount no longer exists. So we've got some returning faves, flowers and trees and words and tools and the toadstool. Some great information there about our different products, punches. There are even more of almost everything online. There's more punches online, including the 2-inch circle punch, the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And I think there's a few more punches that are available online. So the online store is always the best place to find all of your must-haves. There's more dies online, there's more paper online, there's more things. And sometimes those are just things that are continued to be available in between catalogs. Like maybe it's not going to be available for the entire duration of the printed catalog, but it's still available online for another 6 months or whatever. Oh, Regine Ann is asking about the To The Point punch back in stock. So it actually came back early. And I missed it. It came back and then it sold out in a day or 2 or something like that. It was really fast. I haven't looked to see when there's more coming. The original date was May 12th, so it kind of caught me off guard. But I have to tell you, June 12th is what Cheryl's saying now. Thank you for checking that, Cheryl. Stampin' Up! Just started notifications again. So if you go to the product page for the To The Point punch or anything that's not available, there's now an option to put your email. Yeah, there's an option to put your email address in and ask to be notified when it comes back in stock. And so then when it's back, you'll get the email and you can go in and order whatever it is you're waiting for. So anything that's not available, you'll have that option to ask to be notified and put your email address in. So I highly recommend doing that. All right, here we have those alphabet dies. There's actually 3 different alphabet dies going on right now. This one is one big die. And then these are all individual dies, but here you see the actual size, and so you can compare them really easily to see. So if you've got your catalog in hand, you can like see what those look like in person, actual size. And then we've got great shapes. All of these are must-haves. Just go ahead and order them all. There's more again online as well, like the textured note dies, which are one of my faves. Some embossing folders, again, probably more online, so be sure to check out the online store to see all the new embossing folders. Here is the card that I cased earlier. I was telling you about this one. This used that new Memorable Blooms, the Gallery Blooms die or stamp. This one was a returning stamp set. I didn't have it, but I just created the same card. I always challenge my team members to case the catalog, copy, and selectively edit when there's a new catalog that comes out. So here's one that I cased. Here's one that I copied. And I didn't do the technique with spraying on the stamp, but I did use my clear block and I put it in the ink pad and then just stamped right there to create the background. Kind of fun. We're going to do some more casing of the catalog next time, so be sure to check that out. Jody's asking about the bow punch. I'm trying to make sure I said it right. So that actually is on the last chance list, but I think they have more that are coming in stock. I'd have to double check for that one. maybe if somebody else has the inventory report up, they can check for me. But the bow punch, it says not available, and it's on the last chance list. There might be something else too that's like that. And if they already had some on order, then like the order is still coming. So if it's still on the website on the last chance list and says not available, it's coming back when they get more stock. And then when it disappears completely, you know that it's gone. Okay. Let's see. There were a few more things I wanted to point out. There's a new specialty paper called Irresistible Designs. And we've had some papers like this before, so you might recognize the style of this. This has a UV coating, so it's almost like a clear embossing on the white cardstock. And so you can do different techniques like blending, like they've done back here, to kind of bring out those colors and create fun backgrounds. So I'm excited to have new paper like this again. Now, if you're wondering, this is quite heavy. I would say it's a cardstock weight. So it's not paper. It is definitely heavy duty, more of a cardstock weight. And the images are flowers, leaves, and a plaid. Can you see that? Maybe if I shine it that way. So really fun to have these again. This is a 12 by 12 paper. You'll get 2 of each of the 3 designs, 6 sheets total. And this is included in my product share. So if you are interested in getting that, or if you've signed up for that, you're going to get that. In the designer paper, we see some carryover things from the holiday catalog and another one from a couple catalogs ago. These are from the last annual catalog, the autumn paper. And then we've got brand new color family paper designs, which are super fun, in all the color families. And so if you love those, they switch them out every year. We've got new patterns. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to show you, and maybe you saw this, but I think it's kind of just snuck right there in the corner. We have new metallic texture rub-ons. What? We haven't had rub-ons in years, I think. The rub-ons come in silver and gold, and mine just arrived today, so I haven't had a chance to play with them at all, but it looks like you're getting 8 sheets for each of 2 different designs. And that's just a piece in the middle. So we've got gold and we've got silver, and I don't know, they're kind of fun. I can't wait to see like how these work. So I think you're just gonna put that on. I don't know, I gotta see if I can I gotta see if Stampin' Up has a video. I'll figure it out and I'll show you how to do it. The instructions say to cut the rub-on design from the sheet, peel away the backing, and place the silver adhesive side on the paper. Then rub with your finger until the image transfers to the paper. That's kind of fun. I don't know, should we try one really quick? How easy is this? Let's try with this little spot. I'm nervous. Oh, okay, so I cut my design out, and what does it say? To peel it off and put that silver side down and rub it with the finger. This seems too easy. And then, what? That was easy. Look at that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this circle, but anyway, there you go. That's how to use the rub-ons. Cut them apart, cut them off the sheet, peel it back, apply it to your cardstock, and then just rub with your finger. You don't need anything fancy at all. So this package includes 8 sheets for each of the silver and for each of the gold. So kind of fun. I can't wait to play some more. Here is a card sample. And this is the one that, like, this, I saw this and I was like, what is that? And then I realized rub-ons, that's what it is. So they just have kind of different blocks here with the rub-ons. And I don't think it photographs well, but it is shiny. It's foil. So it's really pretty. Gold and silver designs. Lots of fun. What do you think? I know, right? Nancy says she used rub-ons years ago for Christmas cards. I feel like it's been a long time since I've used rub-ons, and Stampin' Up! Used to have them. They were not this easy, though. I guess technology has changed a little bit, so super, super fun. I like that. All right. So that is the last thing I wanted to show you from the annual catalog, but we got some more fun things happening with the online exclusives, everything and more. Scan to shop online. Okay, so in addition to a new annual catalog, we have May online exclusives. And what is this? Oh, yes, we have a starter kit special happening right now from May 6th through 31st. New demonstrators can choose $165 in product for only $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. You get a free paper pumpkin kit in your starter kit. You get a discount on all of your future purchases for the next 4 to 6 months as long as you stay active. So many perks, including all of my team members get all of my back pocket card layouts for free, including the new catalog cards. So I'm working on, it'll be after I get back from my trip, but I'm working on sending out all of the back pocket card layouts to my current team members. So if you're a current team member, whether it is a monthly back pocket card layout that I send out quarterly or a special edition like this, all my team members get all the back pocket card layouts. It's kind of amazing. If you would like to learn more, you can check out information. I've got links in the video description. If you're ready to just buy your starter kit and join right now, you can go to juliedavison.com/join. That's going to go right to the starter kit order form. We're not done. Marge, there is more to show you. I've got more card samples and some more product to show you. So we have online exclusives next. So in addition to the annual catalog, we've got more product. This is a trend this year with Stampin' Up! They have been coming out with product even at the same time as a printed catalog release. And the perk of having the online exclusives is that they can just control inventory a little bit more, and things can be available for longer periods than a mini catalog. And if it sells out right away, but it's not that popular, I mean, if it sells out that it is popular, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, they can control the inventory a little bit better. And so some things are available only online. So these online exclusives you can check out in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. And we have 2 suites in this online exclusive release. One of them is called Celebratory Sips. And this has a coordinating workshop kit, scrapbooking workshop kit, which we see in the annual catalog. So this is now some additional products that feature the same imagery. So we've got these cocktails and fruit and garnishes and flowers. I love these flowers. I love these background designs, the polka dots, and oh, they're so beautiful. The colors here are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Lemon Lime Twist, Pretty and Pink, Old Olive, Timid Tiger, Secret Sea. There is a coordinating stamp set and dies, Cheers and Sips. And gosh, I've seen so much with this suite. I was not going to get the dies. I think I bought the stamp set and then I had to go back and get the dies too because I just thought they were so much fun. So this also has some gems, the holographic resin dots. It has some amazing gold striped ribbon. And I'm telling you right now, buy some for Christmas. Isn't it so beautiful? I totally see this on Christmas cards. Even though it is not necessarily for Christmas, I think that it's going to be a beautiful ribbon for Christmas cards. There also were some embossing folders. Let me get those out. I forgot to grab them earlier. I have them. Here we go. Okay, these are called Glass and Gardens embossing folders. So one of them is flowers, and then one of them is sort of this like design with diamonds, and it's meant to look like a glass, you know, like a specialty glass, with that pattern that sometimes is like, you know, etched into the glass. So those are kind of fun. I like those. And these will fit in the mini stamp and cut and emboss machine. So I'm excited to have that option. Let me show you some cards made with the celebratory Sips suite. I have quite a few cards. Oh, that is flowers. Hang on, wrong one. Here we go. Here's my cheers and sips. I fussy cut designer paper images for this card featuring Blackberry Bliss and some of the different patterns from the designer paper. There are those holographic gems, and these are very dome-ish, not very low profile at all, but they're pretty, and I love that they kind of adapt, and then the color looks different depending on the color that you have it with. Here is a swap card from Kimberly Kane. And she used the mini corrugated embossing folder, a little bit of glitter paper in there. This is Timid Tiger, a little strawberry slush in there too. Some of these cards are from the Peoria event, the shoebox swap that we did. I think this was one of them. Spotlight on nature dies for that big circle, and more fussy cut images from the designer paper. Oh, this is a fun one. This is from Karen Snyder, and she did this swap card for the Impeccable Stampers group. And it's kind of a little fun fold. So it's got like the front flap. And do you see she did like a little window sheet, like a little texture on top from the die, or the embossing folder rather. And then a double flap there. So it's kind of a fun little card. And I think these dies, are these part of the... Oh, how clever is that? She used the small glass here and then added a single little strip, and the bottom of the glass is actually the die that coordinates with the umbrella stamp. Isn't that clever? Oh, I love that. Well done, Karen. Put that back in here so I don't lose her name. All right, next up, we have a card from Terry Biggs. And this one has like a fun little flap. I love that. Berry Burst with Timid Tiger, that new orange in color. And I better open this one too. This is from Michelle Cook. And oh, that's fun. It's just got like the front cut off and then turned the other way. Here's that embossing folder in the background. Time to celebrate. No, aren't these so fun? Here's one from the shoebox swap that I altered a little bit. I made a little front mini card, and then it tucks underneath that Z fold. So this is kind of like the delightful floral card that I did. Yes, I like that idea, Amy. She's saying you could use the glass embossing folder on vellum and then put it over one of the die cut glasses filled with some Blackberry Bliss. Yes, to look like wine or any little cocktail drink. And then one last one. This is also a shoebox swap card, and I think I made some changes and altered the design a little bit. Berry Burst here with the embossing folder, the hexagon punch, and then some strips there. Happy birthday to someone worth celebrating every single day. Tell me what you think about celebratory sips. Whether or not you like cocktails, I think that the imagery with the flowers and I think the bright colors is super fun. So let me show you that paper again, because it's not all cocktails. On one side, of course, we do have the cocktails and the garnishes. But look at these other ones. We have the beautiful flowers. I just love the bright colors. On the other sides, we have green and the Timid Tiger. Sometimes it's all about the B-sides for me. Like, just, they're so versatile there. So this paper, even if you don't like the cocktails, even if you're not into that, like, you know, the fancy drinks, I think there are some really nice possibilities here with this paper. All right, we have another suite for the online exclusives. The next suite is called Floral Impressions. And I do have to say that it is similar to the Florals in Bloom. I feel like the designer paper is different. The flowers are a little bit more detailed, but it's very colorful like the paper in the annual catalog. And so I think it's easy to get these mixed up. This one's called Floral Impressions. It's also 12 by 12 paper, and we've got these really beautiful detailed flowers. And the colors in this sweet crushed curry, fresh freesia. It looks like some darling duckling to me. Old olive, garden green, misty moonlight, pool party, strawberry slush. This is another one where I feel like I just see so many different colors in here, like some peach pie and some early espresso and some granny apple green even. Did we say fresh freesia already? Timid Tiger, right? That orange in there is Timid Tiger. Such pretty paper. This one also has some fun things. We've got the foiled frames and labels ephemera pack. So this is different die or laser cut rather, like frames and labels. And I think this one would be really beautiful with the gallery one. I thought it was interesting that it was paired here with the floral impressions, or the other one that Kintsugi inspiration. And then the gems are strawberry slush. It's similar to, we had like purple gems like this, and now these are pink. So strawberry slush, pretty in pink, like a white. These are not as domey as some of the other ones, but they are faceted gems. So postage accordingly. The Impressions of Bloom stamp set has 2-step images with the detailed flowers that go over the bold image to create dynamic images with distinctive style detail. The sentiments, I appreciate you so very much for being there, and thanks. The dies die cut detailed flowers as well as have outlines for the stamped images. And then we have 2 oval dies, solid, and then one that has a stitched border. And the stitched border one is like a really skinny border. So here's a card from Heather Trudeau, and she has both dies there and the 2-step stamps. Love that lemon lime twist background. Maybe it's granny apple green. I think the green is really pretty with the strawberry slush and Timid Tiger. Here's a card from Michelle Cook, and she has stamped the flowers using some of the other greetings from another online exclusive called Blooming Phrases. I thought it was really funny that these demonstrators had such similar cards. Betsy Kreider and Jenna Oline did the fault line technique, and they both used the same designer paper in the background. This one is Jenna's. She also added some detailed flowers. And this one is Betsy's, and she added some little teeny die cut flowers. This one uses some designer paper, and this one Blackberry Bliss in the background. I'm going to have to try this fault line card. I've seen some, and it just looks so, so beautiful, and I think looks so easy too. Here's a card from Sandy Carlson. She has kind of a little accordion card that comes out like that. Some imagery from the designer paper, and then the stamped flowers and die cut centers and leaves. Isn't that pretty little pocket there on the inside? Happy Mother's Day to you, Melanie. I know this video is going a little late tonight, isn't it? We're almost done. I've got more cards to show you, but we're getting through those online exclusives. This one is from Liz Orr using some of the designer paper, and the Happy Spring I think is from the Happy something stamp set from the annual catalog. It was a carryover from last year called Choose Happy. I think that's where that greeting comes from. And then here's a card from Tracy Jacobs. I love that little detailed die. This one from Carmen Melendez is super fun. Look at this. This is that same kind of thing we saw earlier with the sort of Z fold that pops out into like an M fold and has a pop-up element. I'm definitely gonna have to figure this card out. This looks so fun. Such a simple but beautiful card. Here's one from Bonnie O'Neill. She also used some of the detailed dies here with Darling Duckling and Old Olive and the perfectly plaid embossing folder in the background. These next two cards were stamped by my mom, Susan LaCroix. These were card designs at the On Stage After Hours event, and Mom got this bundle in her class kit, and so she made these cards at the After Hours class. We always try to stamp twice when we're stamping, so I stamped 2 of mine, she stamped 2 of hers, and then we swap so we get them both. Okay, so this was the Floral Impressions suite. Such a beautiful suite with more flower imagery that is just so gorgeous for the spring and summer. I'm sure we'll be featuring that one again soon as well. In addition to the 2 suites, we've got some brand new bundles that are available as part of the online exclusive offering. I've got this ad that popped up and blocked my view of the chat. Sorry about that. The paper tags bundle. I have a sample with that one, and it's from Gina Rico, and she used the dies. Aren't those fun? They kind of remind me of the Chalk Talk stamp set and dies that we had, oh gosh, probably a decade ago now. It has a very similar look and feel to that. By the way, if you like this printed flyer format for the online exclusives, so you can tuck it into your catalog, you can get this in the video description. I've linked the printable flyer there for you, so you can print that out and have it. I like to be able to see everything when I'm ordering, so that's just my personal preference. If you like that too, you can check it out there. All right, some more bundles. We've got the Party Piggies with a little shaker. I'm going to show you something with that next week. The Scenic Adventure is the one I think could go with that new scrapbooking kit, the Weekend Adventure. They even have a similar name, so I'm sure they're meant to go together. The More Messages bundle is 1 stamp and 1 die that die cuts all the words at the same time. We've seen this before. We've had similar stamps and dies before, but I just love that you can stamp and die cut a whole bunch of sentiments. So I did that on a card I shared earlier. I'm sure there were other cards that use it as well. The Sentimental Framing has got some great sentiments and then detailed dies that create frames with stitched details that are really fun. I don't know if I have a sample with that one. Nope. The popcorn. The Pop and Buy bundle is super cute. I've got to do something with the little glasses and the little frame here, but my dad is called Pop Pop by his grandkids, and so I thought that Pop and Buy bundle would be super fun. So I'm planning to do a Father's Day card with a popcorn kernel for each one of his grandkids, and then we can say Happy Father's Day, Pop Pop. So cute, right? The polka dots are from the Totally Cute designer paper, one of the B-side patterns there. Another fun one is the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. This is a hybrid embossing folder bundle. And so I used the embossing folder on the bottom piece. I stamped and then die cut and embossed the sailboat. I have done a little die cutting through the front with the seagulls, and then the die cut clouds are part of that bundle too. So fun. I love that one. It reminds me of my dad. I always like to make sailboat cards for dad. See, two dad stamps right in a row. We have this sweet jar bundle. This is a punch bundle that's available in the online exclusive. This card is from Mary McNeely, and she did a little cookie jar with some of the Everyday Happiness designer paper, still available from the January scrapbooking brochure. We also have hearts and candles and clovers to go inside of the jar with the coordinating punch. This is such a fun one. Here is a card also that I got from April Booth, and she did a little pop-up. This is like a vertical double gatefold card here, and she used the Florals in Bloom designer paper to go with her her images. And then this sentiment, it's a wonderful day to celebrate you, comes from that paper tags bundle that we saw there. I have 2 more. Oh, this is a fun one from Betsy Kreider. The Inspiration Squad has a dragon, a lemur, and a lion. And the sentiments say, I believe in you. You make me proud, and hang in there. So I totally see this as a stamp set to get cards or to make cards to send to grandkids. I love Betsy's coloring job on our little dragon. It's so cute. I believe in you. A little exposed brick embossing folder in the background, some country woods with the pool party bringing it in there. And then this card also from April Booth uses the Blooming Phrases stamp set with those long words and this scripty kind of line at the end. She also used this new parrot stamp, which is in the annual catalog. Now, it's kind of funny, but we do see the in color Stampin' Write markers as an online exclusive. I don't know if that was just like not enough room to put it in the catalog or what that means, but they are available and they're shown online. Another new specialty paper is the Garden Foils paper. This is available in cloud cover and pretty in pink and strawberry slush. There's flowers, and then there's also that geometric design, which is really cool. And you get 2 sheets each. These are 12 by 12. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot about this. This was the embossing folder that was part of the this one, the Floral Impressions Suite. It's called Pressed Flowers, and it is a large, like 6x6 embossing folder. So really pretty design. I actually used this one on my in-color cards that I shared at the beginning of the video, which feels like so long ago because it's been almost 2 hours. Oh my goodness. I think that I've shown you enough for tonight. We had, I think, about over 60 card ideas all together. I hope that you feel inspired by some of the new annual catalog products. I hope that you got to know things a little bit better and that you enjoyed all the card ideas that I shared with you tonight. I know it's late, but if you did enjoy tonight's video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos coming up. I've got so much to show you with the new annual catalog. We're going to make some cards on Sunday featuring the brand new in colors. So tune in to see some project ideas with the new in colors and new in color products. On Tuesday, I've got to pre-record this for you because I'm going to be in Florida already. But on Tuesday, I've got a great big card swap showcase. The theme this month is Things with Wings. So I've got some fun cards from all of you to share on Tuesday, May 13th. On Thursday, May 15th, I'm going to pre-record Thursday night stamp therapy for you, and we're going to dive in to more inspiration from the annual catalog. I'll be making at least 3 cards and sharing with you the back pocket card layouts and how you can get those 5 special edition back pocket card layouts featuring the annual catalog inspiration. And then the following Sunday, Mom and I are going to be featuring the beautiful gallery suite in our Sunday stamping video. So you can see I've got a lot planned for you over the next week. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of those videos. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and being here. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. I hope that you enjoy your weekend and then you get a chance to relax. It's going to be a very busy working weekend for this mother. So much to do before I head out the door to Orlando for the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. I'll try to post and share along the way, and I may save it for when I get home too, because I want to just enjoy and be there and in the moment. So I know you'll understand either way, but I'll have some videos for you. So thanks in advance for tuning in. Have a fabulous week ahead, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everybody.